All right, so 2 o'clock, right? Yep. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this NINZACO presentation. It has been a while. Good to see everyone. I do recognize some names. A few of you are from my Discord community. Good to see you here. Welcome. All right. First of all, if you've never seen me, never heard me, who am I? And this is who I am. My name is James Buchman. I'm a retired New York City Department of Education school principal. I've been trading for 18 years now. I have my own Discord community, and since beginning of September, we have a live trading room that people will seem to enjoy, where I give a very precise direction for the Nasdaq and the S&P. And whenever I am invited, I am featuring a ninzaco product, as I am doing right now. So for today, we have, and I hope I won't kill the name, V-Elementra. And this is something a bit different. This is pretty much a combination of everything. As you know, ninzaco has products with a trend or support resistance, reversals, stuff like that. This is all in one. So we're going to be looking at some slides, but also, and what I enjoy much more, is to actually look at a live chart and possibly, maybe even trade if opportunities come along. So let's kind of quickly go over the system first and then look at a live chart. So this one has, like I said, everything. The bands that you see, these are support and resistance, dynamic support and resistance. They travel with price. And what you're going to see is when you look at the charts, you're going to start seeing how price moves from resistance to support, kind of back and forth, back and forth. It has a trend based on a moving average, and it has three different types of setups, uh, probably to satisfy three different types of traders. For example, if you are a trend following trader, there is what's called an early entry, where you go along with the current trend without much of a pullback. Uh, there is Then there is a more kind of a deeper pullback kind of a setup, and that's for those who want to wait for a decent pullback before entering again in a direction of the trend. And then there are reversal signals, and the reversal signals are the type of signals that go actually, let's say, into a resistance area, and then there is a reversal bar, and then price goes lower, so there is a reversal signal. I actually traded, you're going to see in a minute, reversal signals that I'm going to show you while I was waiting for the webinar to start on one of my Bullanax accounts. So let's keep going. Right. So we know about the obstacles of trading. That's not. I just want to kind of again. So we have support resistance. We have a trend. We have different entries. If you stay here for the rest of the presentation, there is going to be a gift. So they back tested it on the YM. Now I have the Nasdaq chart, but ninzaco tested this on the YM with positive results. So, right. So as far as the trend goes, the trend again is based on a moving average, and you're going to see these kind of dots, red dots and blue dots, that signify a change in trend. So price hits resistance, dynamic resistance, reverses, and if it goes down low enough, there was actually a change in trend. And now we start seeing kind of like the first is the early entry. Again, I'm much rather show it to you on the live chart, but just kind of let's see it on this slide first. An early entry is when there is a fairly minor pullback in a direction of the trend, but it appears without much of a pullback, pretty much stays above the moving average. And then if there is a reversal bar, it would paint a signal to go long. This is an early entry. Those I kind of actually very often would stay away from. I like either the deeper pullback or the reversal, as I'll show you in a minute. So these are the deeper pullback here when price actually goes even a bit beyond the moving average before reversing again in the direction of the trend. These are the deeper pullbacks, and I kind of prefer those for my own trading. So again, these are examples of just deeper pullbacks. I don't know if they have the reversal here. If not, I'll show it to you on the live chart. The reversal will kind of be over here. This would be a reversal, only I don't see a signal here. The deep pullback, like I pointed out, that's the one I like better than the early entry. And here they are. That's a kind of pullback that goes to the the moving average or even beyond the moving average toward the support, the dynamic support area. Here is the reversal. So the reversal is when there is an actual move into the support or resistance area and then a reversal bar. These signals very often tend to give you a very quick scalp. Now, I use them for scalps. Could you use them for something for a bigger move? I guess you could, but to me, especially because I use mine on a super Renko chart, um, and so to me, it would just be for a scalp, but they tend to be very precise, as you're going to see in a minute. They're talking about the delta here, which I myself don't use, but that's actually part of this system. They incorporated the delta for the volume. Yeah, this is what I used. So they recommend these settings. I used the 25. Um, I used the King Renko 25 for my charts, and so I used this setup that they have over here, these parameters in the indicator, which I think pretty much they just changed the moving average over there. All right. You know what? Let's start looking at a live chart. Maybe it will make more sense. Well, there's not much to it. It's not like it's not brain surgery. Let's take a look at a live chart. Let me find it in my Zoom here. Boom and boom. Should be there you go. Okay. All right. So now, here is an example of the deeper retracement. Now, here it did not give a reversal, and it just gave an early. You see why I don't like the early ones? Sometimes the early ones don't really work out. But here was an example of a deep retracement. So the deep retracement is going to take you from the resistance area, right? This is the dynamic resistance, and price very often reacts. You see this ping pong effect from dynamic resistance to dynamic support. So yeah, so they incorporated it into the system. So you can just even visually, you can look at it and you can already kind of trade it how it would occur from resistance to support. But as far as the actual signals, this is the deep retracement, and I prefer that. The deep retracement very often is going to give you some nice trades. I'm trying to find where I actually took a trade. It was a reversal trade. Here is another deep one. Where was that? There were a few nice reversal trades. I'm gonna go back to this. I'm gonna look at it from for the whole day. I just want to find a good reversal trade. Which one did I take? Sorry, guys, be a little bit. It was a long. It wasn't even that long ago, so I don't know where did it go. Hold on. Come on, work, work. All right. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, we're going to look at all of these in detail. I just want to find a good example of the reversal trade. Wow, it was, I mean, this thing was really moving because I just took a trade not long ago and it's like it's gone. Okay, hold on. I'll get it. I'll find it. These are just deep retracements, but not what I'm looking for. That's weird. Can't find the reversal ones. The reversal ones occur. Maybe I need to, no, I can't imagine I got to do that. The reversal signals occur right here. When price really tries to penetrate through the dynamic resistance and then fails. And I love those. There was another example here. This would have been a long reversal, and I don't know why I don't see them here now. But when price really digs into a support or resistance, and then there was a reversal candles, these very often can give very quick scalps. And I don't know why I can't find any of them now. It's so bizarre. There were a whole bunch before, and I was taking them, and now I don't see them. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I can't explain it, but this would have been one, for example, right over here. This would have been a reversal one. This would have been a reversal one. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's my computer or something. But in any case, let's start looking from the beginning of the day and kind of see all the signals and identify them. Oh, it's just 5 a.m. What am I doing here? Boy, hold on. That's why I can't find them. Okay, hold on. Let's okay, 9:30. 9:30. Okay. Let's start looking at the signals. I can't even find it. So strange. Anyway, um, yeah. So the deeper retracement is a retracement that goes to the moving average. You can see the moving average is bearish, so it would look only for a short, deep retracement signal over here. Now, this is a King Renko bar, so obviously you're looking for a scalp. You're not necessarily looking for a big move from here, although at times, of course, there are. But because of the type of a bar it is, I would stick a scalp, I don't know, 5, 7, 10 points, you know, in a NASDAQ. Here is a deep that does not work out. This was a decent deep. This probably would not work out. This is fine. And again, pay attention to this kind of a ping pong effect from the resistance to the dynamic support areas. And normally there are reversal signals there, but I don't see them now. Do I need to press anything here? I don't think so. Okay, nope. So here's the early entry. That's right over here. So the early entry would occur before price reaches the moving average. So that's the difference. The early one occurs before the deeper retracement occurs when price actually touches and goes beyond the moving average. There was a deeper retracement to the moving average here. Um, this is, and I don't know why they call this an early entry, but this is an early entry. To me, this is more of a deeper entry. But yeah, they just big move here. Here's the early entry. This makes sense before price touches the moving average. Here is the moving average. So this is the deeper retracement. Over here, the indicator keeps track of swings. So this is a bullish move. So to be like a bullish swing. Early entry, deeper retracement. This was yesterday. Okay. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. Now it begins to make sense, maybe. Though I still don't see reversal signals. Okay. Let's do this. Let me go back to today at 9:30. Okay, here we go. Today at 9:30. So this was 9:30, and here is the move that starts up. Here it's still bearish, so this is still a short signal, and then we turn bullish. There is the deeper long signal. I don't see reversal signals, and that part I don't understand. In real time, there were reversal signals there because I took those trades, so I know. Um, Deeper retracement in a bearish trend, right? Here is your signal. Huge move down, still bearish. Now, here is a change of trend. So when you see this blue dot over here, this signifies a change in trend. And then what you're looking for really after this, what you're looking for is the deeper retracement. And these to me are really good signals. The first deep retracement after a change in trend. The first one is always the best. At least that's how I look at it. These tend to be very high probability trades right over here. And then, the subsequent ones, they get to be a bit tricky, especially after the move has been exhausted. So, that's just something you just know with experience. So again, here is a change in trend. You see this dot. Hope you can see this dot. There is a dot over here. So a change in trend. And this is the first, this is an early entry. Um, this is the first deep one is right over here. The first deep one. This was an early because price did not touch the moving average. But over here, there was a deeper retracement, and this is a really good signal. These are the type of signals that very often will give you at least a nice scalp and sometimes a much bigger move. Change in trend. So this one did not work out. See, change in trend. Price comes down for a deeper retracement, but this one went nowhere. This is a loss. Change in trend. This is the first early entry. Then we have change in trend a few times, but no confirmation. Here is the first deep retracement after a bearish signal. And you see how those tend to really work out. Here is another deep entry after a change in trend. The first one seems to work out really nice. This is an early entry. This is the first deep entry, so change in trend, long. Here is your deeper retracement and a long, so this one works out nice. Again, same exact thing, right? So a change in trend, but then price hits this dynamic resistance. You do expect a retracement from this dynamic resistance, which goes right into a deep setup over here. This one didn't give you much. In this case, didn't give you much. And here we are. And this is actually the first, yeah, this is the first deep long. So this would have been a qualified trade. You know what? Let me do this for 1 second. I just want to change the accounts because I don't want to use this account for hold on. Let me just okay, let me hold on 1 second here. Let me just change the account here to something else. Okay. Then see if we can take some actual trades. Come on, work. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm missing this one, of course, but again, you see how these deeper retracement trades, these are really solid. Change of trend and a deeper retracement. There'll be another one. There'll be another one. I wish I understood what happened to those reversal trades. Anyway, let's can I demonstrate solar wind? Well, this is really not a solar wind webinar. So I don't have anything prepared for the solar wind. Is this auto? No, this indicator is not an auto trader. However, it could be combined. The signals could be combined with software that would take these signals in full automation. So it would be an additional thing. It's not part of this system. Okay, let's see if there are any further questions. Yeah, so right, so you mentioned the interface. It is very visual, right? It is really visual. And so you can just see how price goes in and reacts from these support and resistance levels. Now, again, I'm not saying you should simply go long because price is in the dynamic support area, or short because price is in a dynamic resistance area, but at least it lets you know that reaction the other way is probable. Boy, so things really slow down now. So what I want to see, I guess, let's see if they come back again toward the moving average here. ATM settings. So I don't even have ATM settings here. I know that ninzaco offers a number of different ATM templates. I don't, the way I trade, I just kind of take the trade and then I watch it visually. I don't actually have it, although I guess I should do it for this demonstration. I think I did pick something for like a scalping kind of thing. But again, the ATMs are very individual, right? It depends what your goals are. It depends what your risk tolerance is. It depends if you like to trade one contract or three contracts. So it is really separate from the system itself. The system is a tool that will help you interpret price. I mean, that's all this is, right? It's a tool that helps you interpret price. As far as the actual trading, that would really depend on what is it that you are looking for. How can I show trades? Well, ATM has nothing to do with showing trades. Okay, so let me So let me quickly, I think I do have an ATM here, but ATM has nothing to do. Let see now it arrives here, so there could be a retracement. I don't necessarily want to take a long here because price arrived at a dynamic. Now, but you don't need to trade with an ATM, right? For example, I can pick no ATM, none, right? So I pick no ATM and I can just go long, right? I mean, I can just go long. I mean, you don't. ATM is not required. Now, it's probably is a good idea, of course, to trade with a stop and a target. But what I'm saying is ATM, you can trade without ATM. As a matter of fact, when I trade in my live room, when I trade for myself, I don't use an ATM. I have my target. I know where my stop is, and that's it. Okay, so let's pretty much at break even. Let's see if they can come up a bit higher. I'm going to get out of this.
Order submitted.
Okay, so now let's just to demonstrate, you don't need an ATM to trade. All right, next, let's see. Right, so ATM is in target and stop that you provide, right? That you have. That would vary from person to person depending what is it that they're looking for. We are all looking for consistent profit. That is true, right? If you can summarize the reason we're in this trading business, is because we want consistent profit. And of course, few things in life are more difficult than consistent profit in trading. So yes, I agree with you there completely. Numbers on top of the chart. Numbers on top of the chart. Oh, you mean like these? Yeah, you know what? I'm not even sure. I think it has to do with how many ticks price went into the dynamic resistance. Because I think I only see them when price hits dynamic support or dynamic resistance. Okay, let's look for more questions. Okay. Tips on the wicks get on your nerves. So I'm not. So the King Renko bar is just reversal. Ah, there it is. Reversal. Hold on. Hold on. Let me talk about the reversal trades. Reversal trades, and wow, look at this. Now, they only occur in real time because that was a historical chart. That was bizarre. Yeah, this is the reversal signal. So the reversal signal will occur when price goes inside the band, either support or resistance, dynamic support or resistant bands, and then price reverses. These are the trades that I took before the webinar. These reversal signals, again, will very quickly give you a scalp. Very quickly give you a scalp, especially now. You know, I don't want to get too involved as far as the actual trading thing, but here is the thing. As you might know, after let's say 11:30 Eastern, after the first 2 hours of trading, very often price will start kind of ranging, right? It would stay within a certain range as opposed to a strong trending market, which most of the time would occur in the first hour of trading, let's say, or the last hour very often of trading. But during this kind of a lunchtime, price will tend to kind of just go up and down in a certain range. During those times, these reversal signals become very effective. And especially, if you're not too greedy, if you're willing to take, just a certain amount of ticks in profit, these tend to be really good, like really good. So definitely the deeper retracement and the reversal signals are my preferable entries. Now that's again, see, that's a completely personal thing. This is what I prefer. I'm sure there are people who are doing great with the early entries, um, like this one. This is an early entry. I just prefer the deeper retracements and the re, and the reversal signals. The reversal signals can even be more powerful, by the way, if you understand the larger trend, right? If you have a way of identifying key levels and understanding the larger trend, you would only take reversal signals in that bigger trend. Now, I understand this is maybe a bit more sophisticated, um, but as you mature as a trader, you will begin to understand that there are shorter term trends, right? Like these are very short term trends, right? And but then there are bigger trend for the day, right? Let's say because the market broke a certain price, it's in a downtrend, or because it broke above a certain price, it's in an uptrend. So obviously, in an uptrend, you prefer taking reversal trades on a long side, and in a downtrend, which for today we are, you prefer to take reversal trades on a short side. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's see more questions. But I am happy, I mean, because I thought I was going nuts. I'm like, where did all these reversal trades go? I traded so many of them, and and now they're all gone. Okay, let's move to more questions. Okay, let me scroll. Okay, Ben, you're talking to me about delta reversal. You're a lot more sophisticated than I am. I just so no good. So you have an understanding of the system. Excellent. Okay. I'm just scrolling through questions, guys. Give me 1 second here. I answered some of them already. Yeah, I mean, obviously, very fast markets, you might want to introduce some kind of an automation tool to go along with this system, especially with Renko bars when things can really happen fast. Okay. Right. So, yeah, the numbers occur inside those bands, which are reversal areas, right? So that's when you begin to see these numbers, right? Like over here, you begin to see these numbers because price is arriving into this dynamic resistance area. Okay, let me scroll here. See, did I answer this? I answered that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I answered this question. It does not need a special data package. It's you don't need a level two for this, in other words. This is fine with a regular level one data. You don't need the level two for this. Yeah, so they're kind of really slowing down here just when I want to show some trades. They're slowing down on me, but let's give them time. There is still time. There is still time. Just see something. Okay. All right, yeah, they're really slow here, but that's all right. Meanwhile, I can look at for more questions here. Yeah. Would I combine this with any other indicator? There is no need. Uh, this there is no need to combine this with anything else is because it has everything, right? This is truly a comprehensive package, you know, because I mean maybe the only thing, but even then, it already has dynamic support resistance. But if you have any kind of a regular maybe support resistance indicator. They have something called supply demand discovery. NINZA has supply demand discovery. However, I'm not even sure if you would need that because you have the dynamic support and resistance here. So this is truly a very comprehensive system, and I can't think of anything else you would need. This is very versatile. It has so many different features, so many types of entries. It has the trend. It has everything. So yeah, I don't really see the need to combine this with anything else. Let's see if we get another reversal signal here. By the way, you see how when the range gets real tight, how these bands come together. And that's, by the way, this is kind of a hint that maybe you don't want to be trading here. What do I mean? Um, it's just that the volatility shrinks, right? These bands represent volatility because it's dynamic support and resistance, right? So as they really come close together, what it's telling you is there is next to no range. The market is doing nothing, and the best thing to do is probably not to enter any trades. Just wait. You know, wait for some kind of a breakout. Now, because I'm a bit constrained in time, I might not be able to wait, but obviously on your own, you have all the time in the world. So when you see this kind of deal, you know, these are coming down, this is coming up. So in other words, we have support, we have resistance coming down, we have support coming up. This just tells you there is nothing happening, right? And sure enough, I mean, there is nothing happening. So it's best to stay away. So you know the good, you know, it's good not to only know when to trade. It's just as important to know when not to trade, right? Avoiding a losing trade is a victory in and of itself. So that's why this is so nice. Okay, but because basically what this means, let's say there is a reversal here, I can only trade it into here, into this dynamic support area. It's not like there was this much here. And that's why it's very unattractive to trade in this kind of an environment. So I'm still waiting for something. So, I mean, if they give me a reversal signal, I'll still try to take it. And maybe I'll just put some real quick So this one. Okay, so it did not give me a reversal signal, unfortunately. But you see the reaction from the dynamic resistance, right? I was hoping it would be an actual signal, but it wasn't. Now, maybe because the system senses that there is just no range. Okay, yeah, not much is happening. Let me quickly look through the chat again. Okay, yeah, so Captain Optimus can be used. Um, okay, so for what I'm reading here, it can be used for all, but you cannot just pick one or two, it looks like. I did not try Captain Optimus, so I really cannot speak from experience, but it would make sense that it should be able to pick up these signals. All right. There's not much going on. What I want to do then is to kind of let's go back to the slideshow because you were so patient. I at least want to show you the deal and your free gift, and then we're going to go back to the chart. Hopefully things will be moving. So let me find. Okay. All right, so then you can scan this. So this is the offer. So V-Elementra 646 just by itself, or 796 with a King Renko bar and ATR threshold. Again, I did not use ATR with it, but I guess you could. I like the King Renko bar more than the regular ninzarenko bar. And that's because with the King Renko bar is not what's called an irregular bar. Um, the ninzarenko, like other Renko bars, they don't begin or end where it looks like they begin or end. The King Renko bar is an actual bar where you can see where it starts and where it finishes, and there is a wick. So I can read King Renko bar better than the ninzarenko bar, but that's just personal preference. Let's see. What do I mean by range? From, let's say, from recent high to recent low. That's the range, right? If all of a sudden the market goes into a consolidation stage, so a consolidation stage or phase, I should say, is a time when the market kind of goes up and down. So maybe in the case of a Nasdaq, it's within like 25 or 30 points. It just kind of goes up and down, without continuous movement. And so when that happens, the range meaning from the high of that move to the low of that move, the range begins to shrink. And when the range begins to shrink, it just becomes difficult to trade. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because there are actual techniques of trading a consolidation phase of price movement. So so there is a directional move, right? Let's say boom, like 150 points, Nasdaq points. The market just moves, and after it makes a big move, it starts to consolidate, meaning it goes into a very tight range. When market just goes up and down, up and down. If you can identify that, you can actually trade it very successfully. Okay. Okay. The gift. Here we go. NVI Pro. So this looks like some kind of a moving average. So I guess to get this gift, all you got to do is to go to ninzako's website and at the checkout, you just put that code NVI, capital letters, or lowercase actually. Wait, no, it's capital. It's capital. Okay. Okay, so this is the gift. This is the offer. And I want to go back to the chart. Let's kind of go back to the chart, see if there is anything else we can do. Hopefully, there is some kind of movement there. Nope, still still no movement. Still no movement, right? So here is your consolidation. That's what a consolidation looks like. They go into a really tight range and nothing is happening. This indicator lets you know this because the dynamic resistance and support bands begin to come really close together. Basically, it tells you leave it alone, don't trade this. Yeah, I really wanted to take some good signals here, but there are no good signals because there is no movement. Let's give them a few more minutes. You tried getting it and the gift was not free. Yeah, please contact NINZA core support. I really don't can't help you with that. I What is the price with Captain Optimus? So I don't have a package deal for that from them. Again, if you contact their support and just say, "Look, I attended the webinar. Um, can you offer a deal that would include this system with Captain Optimus?" I'm sure they can work with you. I don't trade on YouTube. I trade in Discord. In our members area, we have a live room, and I trade there. Well, officially, I guess I start at 9 o'clock, but not really until like 9:30 Eastern. And then I keep it open pretty much until I hit my daily goal. Um, or things don't work out, things go against me, and then I just I stop the room with a loss. That of course happens as well. This morning in the room, I was actually looking for the long side. We were trading the long side successfully in the Nasdaq and the S&P until they start breaking 88 in the S&P. And I said once they start breaking 88, it becomes bearish. And we identified such prices as 72, 56, and 47. And they hit all of them. Actually, they did. They hit all of them. Ah, still nothing here. So they're entering the resistance area. Let's see. Let's see if they give me some kind of a reversal. If they give me a reversal, even though again this is so tight, this is not good trading conditions. But let's see if there is a reversal signal. Yes, unfortunately, as soon as we started, they stopped moving. So those are the breaks. Let's see if we can get a reversal signal here. Wow, really slow. Hmm. Sorry. Okay, not quite. Okay, let's see if there are more questions. Would I use it on a 15-second chart? I did not use it on a 15-second chart. It could probably work. It's just that Renko King products, for the most part, are designed kind of specifically for the King Renko bar. See, so I'm told here the reversal value should be greater than 104 for a short trade. So I guess it looks for a certain value before it would print a signal, which is pretty smart, actually. Okay, yeah. So unfortunately, live trading did not work here today, as they wow, really consolidated there, going nowhere. Yeah, I don't want to keep you guys here and just and waste your time here for nothing. It looks like would not gonna happen. So, all right. Any last questions before I shut this down? Yeah, okay, so this was answered. Yeah, this was answered. All right. Okay, let's give them like 2 minutes. Let's see. Now that it got up there pretty good, do we have our 104, whatever it was? Let's see if we can have some kind of a reversal signal here. Just maybe 2 more minutes before I give up. Nah. All right. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you for attending this webinar. Let's see. Yeah, again, it should be a free gift, so don't pay anything for it. If there is an issue, just contact Ninja Core support because they say a free gift. So right, they do say a free gift. I'm not wrong, right? Let's double check, make sure I'm not wrong. And I'm pretty sure they said a free gift. So let's so special gift. I mean, to me, gift means a free gift, right? Otherwise, it's not much of a gift. Um, unless maybe it's not a free gift and I just misspoke. Now that I'm reading this, I don't see a free gift. I just see special gift. Maybe I assumed something I should not have assumed. Yeah, just in case, just contact NINZA core support. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm reading this, I don't see free. I just assumed something I should not have assumed. But still, get in touch with them. You did attend this webinar. You contributed to this webinar, and I thank you. So maybe they can do something. In any case, thank you all very much. If you need to get in touch with me for whatever reason, here I am here. My email address, my website, my Discord server. Thank you all, and I hope to see you next time.